It's the truth, man, the future, you know.
On Frederick Douglass's birthday, we completed the renovations at FDMG, so we completely done. We just
so the school is done.
School is done.
Congratulations.
We're just trying to get an inspection now.
You know what I find interesting, Dr. Umar? People would like to say you a scammer, right? And I say Dr. Umar has the school. The school is
I
there.
don't mind the allegations,
I've
but
seen
show
the renovations.
proof.
But the school is there. They can't say you didn't use the money
for 7
to
years.
buy the building, to renovate it, and all of that type of stuff. But I have heard people say he'll never get accreditation.
Well, here's the thing. You don't need accreditation to be an independent school. You follow what I'm saying? Accreditation is a voluntary process. On a university level, it's a little bit more mandatory. But for grade schools, your right to operate comes from the State Department of Education. So I can voluntarily go and get some white people and ask them what they think about my black school. But being Dr. Umar Ifatunde, I don't really care about the opinions of anybody outside of my community, so we won't be doing that. So if Charlamagne said, you know what, I don't want to send my child to FDMG because they're not accredited, then send them somewhere else. Because I know what we about to do. We about to change the whole game.
You think the State Department of Education will ever agree to have the school?
Why not? I got all the credentials of any white person. In fact, I probably got more credentials than any other white person, so why not?
Because you black. And
then you about to shake it up.
I mean, there may be some difficulties along the road, but the biggest thing that's going to alleviate a lot of that, we are not a government-funded charter school.
Got you.
We are an independent tuition base. If you don't pay, they don't come. So remember, the school we have was a charter school. I used to be principal at a charter school. I used to be vice principal at a charter school. And there's so many hoops you got to jump through in order to keep that funding. It ain't really worth it to me. It's too much. It's too much. And so for me, I'm glad we went the way that we went. It's the first school in American history built exclusively by donations from African people from around the world. Every single continent, nearly every country donated to FDMG.
So when are you going to be opening the doors where students can start?
Well, we got to get a certificate of occupancy. I can't answer that. You feel me? See, it's always something holding me. If we had it right now, I'm confident we can start August. Not this year, because you only got a few months, but of 2027. You feel me? But the question becomes,
There you go. There's the grift. When is it going to be open? We finished everything, but brother, you know, see, it's always something, man. This is the white man. Look, they don't want to let the brother open up the school, but you know, I don't want any thing from the white people. I don't want to hear none of their opinion, even though you got to go through them to make sure the school's accredited and all that. I don't want to hear nothing they got to say. But yeah, you got to go through them for the inspections. What are you talking about? Think about it. He said, I don't want to go through the white folks for anything to get accredited. Which means when a student goes to that school, they get credit to where they can transfer somewhere. So if you have a elementary school and a high school, that means, nigga, this don't even count. We know that this school ain't open, but we just pretending it is. That means somebody go through high school, you can't even transfer with those credits to a college. That means you can't even go from elementary school to middle school. And he's over there, well, if you don't want your son to go to my school and can't get accredited, then that's on you. I don't give a fuck. This guy's something else, man. And Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy, and the Breakfast Club have been helping Dr. Umar Johnson scam the community for years now. They're just as guilty, in my opinion. They are just as guilty. They're just as guilty. They so slow because they don't pay any attention. They're saying, see, because you bought the school. It's not like you ain't bought the school. My nigga. If you collect $2 million for a school over a 15-year span, and you spend $400,000 on a bando joint, because you see how he be lying? This man is crazy. That man sat there and said, it's the first school built by black people donations. Did that school get built by Dr. Umar, or did he buy that school already built and did renovations on it? Answer that. Did that school get built by him? No. So that's a flat out lie. Because those buildings existed before Dr. Umar. He told a story on how he got the building. Told a story how he was looking for different buildings. He came across it, and as soon as he seen it, he knew he wanted the building. And he said he bought it for $400,000. But remember, he collected allegedly over $2 million. That would be 1.6 or more million dollars, unaccounted for. Remember, he was still taking donations after getting to school. This was just before he got to school. Still taking donations, and I promise you he's still taking donations now. So that means you don't need no more donations, right? Why you on a Breakfast Club giving out your Cash App or whatever when you said the school is done? Why hasn't Dr. Umar Johnson give a tour of the school, going around the school, showing how everything's done? Because the school ain't done. I said this when he was talking about the bank account froze and shit. I said, Mo, this guy playing games, man. He's playing games. Banks don't move like that. He's playing games. He's putting it in a situation. He's basically trying to, if you ask me, sabotage what he got going on. When I say sabotage, what do I mean? Like when they asked him about the school being accredited, he said, I ain't going to no white folks to do this and do that and do this. Who you think he bought that building from? Who you think he bought that building from? Who you think he got that bank loan from? Y'all think he spent full cash on that school? No, he didn't. Probably got that school. He probably took a loan out for that school. Probably had to drop 30, 40,000. Right? Pocket everything else. He running around talking about he don't need the white man for anything, but then at the end say, I need the white man for everything. Because he needs the white man to open the school. Now he's trying to throw doubts in it. He said, you see, it's always something in the way. How is it always something in the way when you just got done and they haven't did the inspection yet? You see? You see how he's already talking like he knows it's not going to pass whatever inspection? Because if it's ready, it should pass inspection. There shouldn't be nothing else in between that. Why would you say the school is ready, but it don't pass inspection? Why are you already moving like you expecting not to pass inspection? Because look at what he say. He say, you see what I got to go do? You see, it's always something. In the Breakfast Club over there, yeah, but he did get to school. He did get to school. That's like me collecting $2 million, saying I'm going to get $2 million to buy a house for black boys to live in. I get the $2 million, I pocket 1.6 mil and go buy a house for $400,000 and start trying to fix it up and say, here's the house. Nigga, I still scammed. I still scammed. It doesn't matter if I bought a house. I still scammed because I didn't spend all the money on the house. That's where the grift comes. See? It's not that he got a physical school you can see that still ain't open. Number one, a school ain't a school unless students is in there learning. It's a place of learning. So it ain't a school yet. That's what he wants it to be. And every time Dr. Umar Johnson goes on the Breakfast Club and the Breakfast Club stamp what he got going on, he gets more donations. He gets bigger. And they sit over there like they don't know what's going on. Knowing how long it's been from the beginning when he's been coming. He said all that, he did all that is done. They're congratulating him. How y'all congratulating somebody telling y'all school's done, but he don't even know when, if it's going to open or not? It could never open. There could be a chance they never opens, which I believe the school ain't going to open. Both of them schools ain't about to open. I don't see a situation where that elementary school and that high school about to just be open. There's always going to be something. He going to need more donations to do this and do that to pass inspections. So you mean to tell me you don't know what it takes to pass inspections for a school? You didn't check all the boxes. You didn't get the professional help that you would need, who knows to get everything they need done to pass this. You worried about black and white? You worried about black and white? Black people ain't buy that building before you did. Black people ain't built that building. The fact that this man's trying to move through life in America to act like he's about to do something without involving the white man is crazy. Because, matter of fact, you live in Wilmington. Wilmington is a lot of black people in that city, right? Even though you probably won't have to go through somebody white who's going to be in the mix or something, but there's black people there too. So I don't even know if he can just fully use that excuse, because it seems like that's what he's going for. Because for somebody to get so disappointed when he got asked, so when is the school gonna open? Brother, see, that's what I be talking about. It's always something. What you mean it's always something? You were just supposed to be renovating the school to do what you gotta do to pass inspection. That's like buying a home, a fixer. Y'all know people buy the home, fix it up, and then sell it. You're not only buying a home to fix it up, to pass everything it needs to pass, to sell to somebody, but you mean to tell me after somebody go buy the home to fix up to sell somebody, they say, I'm done with the home. I'm ready to put it on the market. And somebody says, so you're gonna be able to sell the home? See, that's what I'm saying. I still gotta get the inspections. They gotta come see the electricity work. They gotta come see the AC, they gotta come check the window. I still gotta do that. See, that's what I be saying, man. I still gotta go do that. So then why would you say that the house is complete? Then the house is not complete. If you don't know whether or not the house is going to pass inspection, then the house is not complete. Because if the house was complete, you know it's going to pass inspection because you went through the proper protocols. You checked all the boxes on the list of everything you would need to pass the inspection. So therefore, there's nothing that can stop you from passing the inspection. Because if you're done and you were responsible and checked every mark on what you were supposed to do, why the hell wouldn't you know if you're going to pass the inspection or not? That's easy to figure out. He think niggas is stupid. He know most people ain't going for this. When you look at the comments, 95% of the comments ain't trying to hear shit Dr. Umar Johnson talking about on that matter. Nobody believes you, my nigga. And if one day he eventually opens this school, he would have pocketed so much bread, it wouldn't even matter, nigga. You do know you can scam somebody and still give him the product you told him you were supposed to give him. But you took so long to a point where you scammed them. That's where the scamming comes. Scamming is any money Dr. Umar Johnson got from that school. If he spent it on anything but that school, is a grift. You scammed the people. None of that money should be going to you, your personal anything. That's what we're saying, Charlemagne, with your slow ass. That's all the Breakfast Club do, is let people get on there and cap, and they act like they don't know what's going on. That's why ain't nobody watching you on Netflix like that, man. Nobody's watching you on Netflix. You're running around here pushing a nigga that's been coming on your platform for years and years and years now, talking about a product while collecting donations and still doesn't have that product. And then when he finally comes on to tell you that it's done and you over there praising him, you ask him, so when is it gonna open? He look at you like he don't even know. And guess what? He put it in a situation to where if it don't open, you can't even blame him. You see how that works? See how good he is? He already done set it up for that. To where if, and I said that the last video I did on Umar, to set it up to it ain't my fault. Did I do that? Nigga think he mystical. Uh-oh. It ain't my fault. Nigga think he Master P. Silk the Shocker. Y'all see that? Hey man, look, man, white supremacy ain't want to open up the school. Like, you really got governments or cities trying to just not see you open up a school after everything was correct, everything passed. They're just gonna not open up this school. They're gonna fail you because you black. They're gonna fail you because you black. So why ain't they fail Jalen Rose school he got? Why ain't they fail King Randall school he got? Because if that's the case, there shouldn't be no school open in America that was built by black folks to open specifically for black people. None of these HBCUs should be running because they don't want no black people having those schools, even though we know a lot of them schools ain't owned by black, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. It's for black people, right? Because that's going to be his excuse. That's going to be the play. That's exactly what it's going to be, man. And like I said, man, the Breakfast Club, they're part of the problem. The fact that Charlemagne got up there and act like just because Dr. Umar bought some bandos, it means he didn't scam. It just shows you just how disingenuous he is. Because that man could have pocketed most of that money and got a cheap ass property and spent the rest of the money on his lifestyle while still collecting donations, pretending to fix something up while still living off the money and still ain't opening up the school. And then time comes, he come back talking about they don't want to give us inspection for the school. See, this is the play. Let me tell you the play. This what's about to go on. Dr. Umar is going to say they didn't want to pass the inspection. They failed them. They making him jump through hoops because he black. And now that they're making it so difficult for him to open the school, it's just too hard. Now he has no choice but to sell the school. And what is he going to do? Sell the school for more than he paid for the school. Because remember, when he bought the school, he didn't do all the renovations that he did now. So he's going to sell the school for a little more and he gonna pocket the bread. Therefore, meaning what? What does that mean? That mean he pocket the whole 2.5 mil. That's what that mean. That mean he pocket everything. See how that works? And there ain't no specific time frame in this. I just told you the end game. Regardless of what goes down, it will still end as a grift. Even if somehow he opened up a little school, the elementary school or something like that, he opened it up for a year or 6 months, sell it, still pocketed bread. It can still be, it can still turn to a grift, is what I'm saying. But the Breakfast Club need to be ashamed of their goddamn self. I'm out.